I spoke to the Italian Senator Alessandra Maiorino. She's with the Five Star Movement, an anti-establishment political party that's only been around since 2009 and has partnered with Mr. Salvini's Lega to form the current governing coalition.
Well, if I may, I'd like to start from the beginning. When the euro was introduced, nobody asked the people what they thought about it. And actually, to be honest, even if I just use my personal memories, the picture that they presented about getting into the euro currency was a brilliant one. Politicians at the time promised basically that everything would be better, that we would earn more, we would even need to work less, and our overall economy would improve. The feel is now that not the whole of the truth was said. The conditions at which Italy joined the euros were not very favorable for Italy, but we found that out later than that. So as the Five Star Movement, when we were born in 2009, what we asked for was not a leave or remain referendum. It was rather a consultative referendum to do later what hadn't been done before, asking people opinion. This referendum never happened. What we wanted a referendum to ask people exactly what was their feeling about it, what they thought about the euro. This never happened, of course, but, well, yes, I'd say that things have changed. Because in time, actually, we noticed that having to respect these very strict limits imposed by the European Commission with the Stability and Growth Pact, for example.
These are the limits on debt, the limits on government spending.
Yes. Well, we found that our economy worsened, really, and we lost so many job places. There was also this, I would call it like fairy tales of flexibility. Everything should be flexible.
You mean like labour contracts, flexible labour contracts?
Exactly. But this is possible in a job market where, you can change jobs, and it's not a problem. If you lose your job, then right away you find another one. Then it's fine. This has never been the case in Italy, and nothing has changed.
Do you want to see Italy do what Britain did, have a referendum, an in or out referendum, or is that taking it too far?
I guess some people would like that, but that's not what we're asking for. And we're not asking to leave the euro. We are asking to change those rules that are around the euro. Because, like I said, those rules are strangling the economy, and they are, how would you say, they are like cold rules. They don't look at the people welfare and the people need. So we're asking to put this on the first place. And then look at the stability. So first, the growth, the actual growth of the country, and then the stability.
At the same time, you've got a deputy prime minister here. You're in coalition with the Lega party. You may have this kind of pragmatic approach to your dealings with Brussels. Mr. Salvini has been far more openly critical about Brussels. He's got the upper hand here, hasn't he?
Let me say something. This is my personal view of Mr. Salvini, whom I respect, of course. He's in the government with us, but when he talks, he is not talking to Europe. He talks to his voters in Italy. And this is why probably sometimes it sounds not so diplomatic. He's talking to his voters who have kind of negative feeling probably towards you.
But the point is, Mr. Salvini, by making these kind of anti-EU, anti-Euro statements, is whipping up also public opinion against Brussels. And this is a dangerous thing, isn't it?
Well, I want to see the positive side of this. I hope this will represent a drive for Europe to actually set into place those changes which, regardless on the way they are delivered, maybe the message is delivered in a rough way, but the core of the message is right. Europe needs to change if Europe wants to survive. Europe simply needs to go back to what it was designed to be at the beginning, a community of people, a community of countries united, and not just a fiscal entity full of rules, but far away from everyday life.